right here. So many people kind of wanted Mike McCarthy to be the coach of the Browns. They didn't even interview Mike McCarthy. I'm not a big Mike McCarthy fan. I don't give a damn about all the history he did in Green Bay. I don't give a damn about none of that. He went to Dallas and stunk up the place. He was hella losing. He made the Cowboys look worse than they already do, bro. I just got to be honest. He was horrendous in Dallas. Y'all be just trying to erase people's resumes just like they wasn't just horrible over there. That's kind of what the Falcons trying to do with Kevin Stefanski.
Yo. Stop what you're doing right now because the Cleveland Browns coaching search just took the most insane turn. And I'm telling you, nobody in the media is connecting these dots the way I'm about to break this down for you. Mike McCarthy, yes, that Mike McCarthy just became the Pittsburgh Steelers' new head coach. And you might be thinking, okay, cool. What does that have to do with Cleveland? Everything. It has everything to do with Cleveland.
How did Mike McCarthy potentially help the Browns land their next head coach? Because this is how many people thought that Nate Skillhouse was going to possibly be the next head coach of the Steelers. Yes.
And I'm about to show you exactly how the Steelers just handed the Browns their next head coach on a silver platter. This is breaking news. This is developing right now. And if you're a Browns fan, you need to buckle up because this might be the best news you've heard.
They're trying to erase that part of his resume. You can't erase that shit. If he was bad, he was bad. And I'm glad they didn't hire Mike McCarthy. But what's sad is that the Steelers is probably the second most watched and beloved team in the nation next to the Cowboys. And y'all had the chance to hire a young.
Let me set the stage for you real quick. For weeks, everybody in the NFL media world thought Nate Saleh was heading to Pittsburgh. The rumors were swirling, the insiders were talking, and it seemed like a done deal. Young offensive mind, innovative play caller, exactly what the Steelers needed to modernize their offense. It made too much sense, right? But then, out of nowhere, Pittsburgh pulls the trigger on Mike McCarthy, former Green Bay coach, former Dallas Cowboys coach, and suddenly Nate Saleh is sitting there without a chair when the music stopped. And guess who's standing right there ready to grab him? The Cleveland Browns. Now, I know some of you are probably screaming at your screens right now, like, what are you talking about? The Browns are looking at other candidates. What about the Grant Delpit smoke? What about...
I can tell you, them hiring this man right here has given us the green light. The green light for this right here an hour ago. Y'all better start listening to your boy John Liquidator. I be connecting the dots. I told y'all this morning. Didn't I tell y'all this morning?
All these other names floating around. Listen to me very carefully. That's exactly what they want you to think. That's the smokescreen. That's the media playing chess while you're playing checkers. I've been telling you this from day one. I've been connecting these dots, and now it's all coming together like a beautiful puzzle, and I'm here to show you every single piece. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes. The Browns ownership, Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry, the whole front office, they've been laser focused on one thing: finding an offensive-minded head coach. Not another defensive guy, not another retread, but someone who can come in and finally fix this offense that's been broken for years. And with Deshaun Watson's massive contract on the books, they need someone who can actually develop a quarterback, someone who understands modern NFL offenses, someone who can scheme guys open and make life easier for their signal caller. That's Nate Saleh in a nutshell. But wait, there's more. Jim Schwartz, your current defensive coordinator, the guy who's been doing an incredible job with that Browns defense, he didn't get a head coaching job either. You know what that means? He's staying in Cleveland. And you know who works perfectly with Jim Schwartz as a defensive coordinator? Nate Saleh. These two guys together would create the perfect 1-2 punch, innovative offense, dominant defense, continuity on the defensive side of the ball. This isn't just a good hire. This could be a transformational hire for the Cleveland Browns. Now, let's talk about Mike McCarthy for a second because we need to address the elephant in the room. Pittsburgh just hired this man, and Steelers fans are split right down the middle. Go look at the social media reactions right now. Half the fan base is like, okay, veteran coach, Super Bowl winner, let's give him a chance. The other half is absolutely losing their mind saying, we could have had a young offensive genius and we went with the guy who just got fired from Dallas. And listen, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not a Mike McCarthy hater, but let's not pretend like his Dallas tenure was some masterpiece.
If you watch the videos, you will know Nate Skillhouse is a top candidate for the Browns and will likely keep Jim Schwartz as what? As what? The defensive coordinator. Didn't I just tell y'all? I just told y'all. It said the Browns will interview Skillhouse next week. Hold up, wait a minute. Nate Skillhouse is looking like he's about to be the guy. Like I told y'all, him right here. Oh my God. Y'all, I am confident about this one. I ain't lying. I am confident he could fix it. He could fix what the Browns has been needing. He could fix it. Somebody said, why do I think we'll get 3 or 4 more candidates on the team with either Skillhouse or Udinski as head with Schwartz as the defense coordinator? Yeah, so Jim Schwartz, yeah, man, it don't look like nobody's willing to put the money, house money on Jim Schwartz being the head coach. Not even the Browns, I should say. Wherever the case may be. See, this came out the other day. See, people thought he was going to Cleveland, bro. I mean, not Cleveland. People thought he was going to Pittsburgh. He ain't going to Pittsburgh. He ain't going to Pittsburgh. No.
The man had all the talent in the world in Dallas. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons on defense. And what did they accomplish? Playoff disappointment after playoff disappointment, clock management issues, conservative play calling in big moments, the same problems over and over again. Now, does he have a Super Bowl ring from Green Bay? Absolutely. But that was over a decade ago with Aaron Rodgers in his prime. The NFL has evolved, the game has changed, and I'm not convinced Mike McCarthy has evolved with it. But hey, that's Pittsburgh's problem now, not ours. Here's where it gets really interesting, and this is where you need to pay close attention. The moment Pittsburgh hired Mike McCarthy, Nate Saleh's phone started ringing. And you better believe the Browns are at the top of that call list. Think about the timeline here. Saleh interviews with Pittsburgh, seems like the favorite. Then, boom, McCarthy comes in and takes the job. Saleh is still sitting there, one of the hottest coaching candidates in the NFL. And the Browns have their interview scheduled with him next week. Next week, people. This is happening in real time. And let me tell you something else that's flying under the radar. The media started pushing the Grant Delpit narrative hard recently. Why? Because everybody assumed Saleh was going to Pittsburgh, so they needed to create other storylines for Cleveland. But now that Pittsburgh's off the board, now that McCarthy is there instead of Saleh, watch how quickly that narrative shifts. Watch how quickly Nate Saleh becomes the prohibitive favorite for the Browns job. I'm calling it right now, and you heard it here first. Let's break down what Nate Saleh brings to the table, because this is crucial. This is a young, innovative offensive mind who understands how to use motion, how to create mismatches, how to scheme guys open in today's NFL. He's not stuck in 1995 running the same old plays. He's creative, he's aggressive, and he's exactly what Cleveland needs to maximize whatever they're getting from Deshaun Watson moving forward. Whether Watson gets back to his Houston form or whether they need to develop someone else, Saleh is the guy who can do it. Plus, and this is huge, he's got experience working with different offensive systems. He's been around championship caliber programs, and he understands what it takes to build something sustainable. This isn't a one-year rental. This isn't a desperation hire. This is the kind of move that could set the Browns up for the next decade if they do it right. Now, I've been in your comments. I've been reading what you guys are saying, and I know some of you are skeptical. We've heard this before. Every coaching hire is supposed to be the one. I get it. I understand the hesitation. But let me ask you this. When's the last time the dominoes fell this perfectly for the Cleveland Browns? Pittsburgh takes themselves out of the Saleh sweepstakes. Your defensive coordinator stays put. Your front office is aligned on what they want. The timing couldn't be better. And here's the thing that nobody's talking about. Mike McCarthy going to Pittsburgh might actually be the best thing that happened to Cleveland this entire coaching cycle. Because if Pittsburgh had hired Saleh, the Browns would have been scrambling. They would have been looking at plan B, plan C, maybe even plan D candidates. But now they're looking at their plan A guy with a clear path to bring him in, and that changes everything. The interview is next week. Let that sink in. Next week, Nate Saleh sits down with the Browns brass, and unless something absolutely crazy happens, I'm telling you right now, this is your next head coach. The fit is too perfect. The timing is too perfect. The need matches the solution too perfectly. This is happening. So here's what I need from you right now. If you're watching this video and you're as fired up as I am about this possibility, smash that like button. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Nate Saleh is the guy? Are you on board with this, or do you think I'm completely off base and the Browns are going in a different direction? I want to hear from you. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? This is where you get the real inside scoop, the connections nobody else is making, the dots that the mainstream media won't connect for you. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, because this story is moving fast and you don't want to miss a single update. I'm telling you, mark my words right here, right now. Nate Saleh will be the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Mike McCarthy and the Pittsburgh Steelers just did Cleveland the biggest favor imaginable. They took themselves out of the running for the best offensive coaching candidate available, and the Browns are about to capitalize. This is big time. This is franchise altering. This is the kind of move that Browns fans have been waiting for. Until next time, stay locked in, keep your eyes on this story, and get ready to welcome your new head coach. I'm out.